So depending on the z index that you give it, it'll be a different level on the z-axis going in and out of your screen. Ooh, transparent. Animation? You want to see it? Well, first, let's look at the index or the HTML. It's pretty simple, right?
An all-powerful A that selected a number between 1 and 100 to save humanity. You must get the number of the number of your friends.
Good luck. And then the JavaScript.
Okay. Just in case it's really stupid.
Huh.
Just to make sure humanity has a chance.
100 numbers, if you're given higher or lower, you can usually get like 7 numbers, 8 or 7 guesses. It's the optimal strategy. You got a big brain.
Let's see it.
You can intentionally guess wrong too.
Oh,
why?
Look at that font. What is that?
Oh, they sprinkle.
50.
50. I said enter. Maybe I have to click it.
Hits it with the mouse. I don't know why. Oh, why did our
Guess higher.
our bullet came back?
Early.
75.
That's the old style.
So your bullet came back. Did you have?
We were working on turning the bullets into chains.
Did you get it?
And putting them right next to the numbers.
Ah.
We're gonna yeah. There's a way to turn. You can replace bullets with an image, and we're gonna turn it into like a chain that lowers down to a bit of fire.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, you can do it. But it would require a lot more. It's supposed to be higher. What's under stars? I'm telling
Go
you.
88.
Nailed it.
Yo, 90.
92.
92.
Yeah.
91.
Anyone?
Wow.
Yeah.
89.
89.
That would be 90.
89.
I haven't optimized
89.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Sad big.
89.
Oh, we got it.
Oh no! Once you get the earth in here, this will be pretty safe.
Oh, you can put like a missile in the earth down there to get all the way down.
We had so many ideas.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And she found some.
Yeah, that's it started going.
It is in rabbit hole. Caroline found all the graphics. She found some good Earth pictures, and we were getting ready to
Earth pictures.
get to that highest degree. That's awesome. It was like different, like that was gonna be on the bottom.
Oh.
That's gonna be where the Earth is going. And well, that was our backup fire. That's was if you save the world, it's like it's all shiny up.
Save the world.
And this is when the Earth is scorched.
That is really cool.
So it's happy.
Yeah,
Work in
this would
progress.
be awesome.
I think this really.
I think you should know all this stuff.
Maybe I should have done that one last.
Oh, you want to see a good one.
Well, let's look at how the JavaScript works, because I'm sure everyone did it differently. So we made a random number. We have a show guess. Your guess is something. I don't think we call it, do we? Append list. Huh.
That right there is what creates the bulletized list, and we're gonna modify
Yeah.
the node.
All right. So you make a list, and that's why there's bullets.
Ours actually, we ended up figuring out how to do it so that until you exit the browser, all of your lists are saved as is your,
All right. Let's see. Let's see it.
as is what the number is.
Yeah. Too many tabs.
Yeah, but it's,
So we didn't do anything with the CSS.
ours is supported, but it works.
Where is it? Here.
Brace part of the
Okay.
This is what
Thing. And I'm gonna look at this code. All right.
Yeah, we didn't mess with it.
Uh-huh. Body on load update list. So this on load property
Yeah,
must
so it's gonna call a function that's actually JavaScript.
gonna
You
call
actually put the list in.
a function inside the JavaScript that you loaded. And you have a input type number. The name is num, has a min and a max. And another input type of submit. And it looks like it's gonna use some kind of button. And when you have a form with an input type submit, whenever you click on whenever the submit is submitted,
So at first, the problem was that you would guess, and then you would click, and it would re-roll everything. So it would give you a new number type new random number that you're supposed to be guessing, and it wouldn't remember anything.
and it wouldn't remember.
And so our solution to that was to actually do local storage.
Oh, you use
And
local
and
storage?
that's what we locally
I
store.
was gonna
and
go
then
over
we
that.
do the onloading, and
Uh-huh.
that's how we're actually updating.
Great.
this.
Now I don't. You guys make it easy for me. I don't have to go over it by hand. Well, we can still go over it, but local storage. Local storage is this thing that allows you to. It's kind of like a cookie, but it's not technically a cookie. But if you think about how websites remember who you are, even you don't have to log in every time. It's because they leave a little token. They leave something that you store locally on your computer. And there's a bunch of different places that your browser stores things, but they
But the other thing you're going to do though is that the local storage only stores information as strings, so you can't store it.
Only as
more
strings.
complex.
Yeah, that's what I
So
started
when we wanted to store our array of numbers, we realized we can't store it as an array, so what we did is we just appended a comma plus the number, and then when we needed to extract it, we split that string back into the list.
It gets a little bit convoluted, but it works pretty well.
local storage is a nice hack to get around around things sometimes, but another way you could go about it is to prevent default. Remember event.prevent default? I remember you've seen it one day before. It's so forms, well, forms will first let's go over what the form does when you submit it. I'm gonna open this and we'll do some console logging. and it gets 50. And it alerted saying higher. And it refresh. Okay. And it remembers that you guessed 50 because of local storage. Let's look at the output of the form. Process guess. If all right. Now, when I click the button, which function gets called?
Process is.
Process get. If I event.prevent default, because I'm just going to have to prevent the web page from refreshing, I can just look at what the event is. I have this giant event object that gets put in. Event.target is where you want to go. Event.target.value. Where's value? There it is. It's guess. In this form, we'll have different things inside it. So let's go back to the console log. It's not usually that helpful, as you can see, to console log just the event, but just showing you that the event is this object that gets passed through when an event happens, whether it's an on click or an on change or an on mouse over. Whatever event happened, if you event.prevent default, you will stop the default behavior and you'll be able to process the event manually. And a form that gets submitted will refresh the page. And often you don't want it to. These days, you want to minimize the refreshing, and so you don't have so much traffic going back and forth and bandwidth taken up. So if we prevent the default, we can access the values inside here. I'm gonna console log event.target. I refreshed just now. All right, input type submit. So event.target, it didn't give me 48. I'm looking for 48. So how do I get? Maybe I'll find that later, but yeah, just know when you don't want it to refresh the page, use event.prevent default. Without that, I would never get the console log. Not that one. Because the page would just refresh. And I would lose everything in the console.
You can also do a return false on that button.
Return
on the on-click event.
Here?
So if you go down, no, like on the actual HTML.
Oh, on the actual HTML?
Yeah, so right after process guess, after you call your function,
Here.
yeah, right there, you enter your semicolon, and then
Oh,
you put in return false semicolon, and it stops it from doing a post back.
and it stops it from refreshing. Stops it from the post request? Or,
Yeah, post back, which is the refreshing the page.
okay, post back. Yay, okay. Uh, now our console log is back. Some inline JavaScript. So what were you were trying to show me something about it.
Just the fact that even if you close out the window and then come back in,
Oh yeah, the browser storage.
Yeah.
So the browser storage syntax, I actually don't think you need the window bit.
I think the window ties it to as long as the browser is open and gets rid of it when the browser actually closes.
Does it? Window? Does window do that? Because there's this thing called session storage that I thought did that. But this will allow you to remember things. Kind of like a fake database. It'll allow you to remember things. But if the user has a different like reinstalls their browser or something, or clears their memory, then this is no longer there, and it's stored on the user side, not your side. The syntax for it is you give it the key. So this is just the key. When you say get item, you're just saying look for this key, this string, and get whatever value is stored in it. For set item, you give it the key. So you're saying store this item, this value in this by this key. So store in the key of guess nums the value of empty string. We see that use, where is it? Oh, you added it. Because
String concatenation,
you added, you concatenated the string. But then you processed it somehow to,
That's the update list function.
Yeah, so if you go into the actual HTML, so there's update
Actual
list, but it
HTML.
actually calls that and put it on
Unload in the body.
oh. So it refreshed the page, and then because it refreshed and it loaded the body, it ran update list, which then split it by these commas. Okay,
It's a little convoluted, but it works.
yeah, it's a string.
We just coded it
Okay.
on.
Nice. Anybody else?
So if you'd like to go through, actually get.
Oh,
see nice,
I haven't
actually get,
actually won. Okay, 60. And if this is a form, I bet I can press enter, right?
Yes.
70. Uh, 69. Huh. Oh,
Hey.
yay!
Wow.
What? Why? My guess is never. I broke something, didn't
Yeah, you
I?
broke it. Yeah, because it'll exclude. You broke it.
Oh, because I broke the refresh. Okay, makes sense. And there was some other one.
One Dan and I did was pretty good, does everything it's supposed to do. It's not the prettiest in the world, but we'll look at another one.
Ah,
Not using it.
yeah. Oh. All right. This is short. You also use the form input type text.
Yeah, I don't know. The enter button doesn't call out. I'm not sure.
The enter button. That was because it had a type of submit.
Okay.
Yes. You can target very specific events. So if you specifically want to target the enter, there's a lot of default HTML tags that you can do this with, but you can also do it with JavaScript. Target the enter key itself, and just check if it was pressed. Have you looked at all the JavaScript events you can do?
No.
There's a nice long list. So keyboard events, key down, key press, key up. But you can also tell it which keys. So
So if you click, maybe if you click the key down, it'll be the better syntax. I think that's the key down exactly what it's the full syntax for that.
the syntax. Oh, to actually click on it?
But that's okay.
Oh yeah. It would have some more. You have to find the right syntax for it. Mouse down, mouse enter, mouse leave. So a div, whenever, even if a mouse is even moved, mouse over, there, pretty much anything you can think of, you can hook onto and make something happen.
How do you select the enter button specifically? Because I'm always trying to do on key press, anytime I typed anything in the field, that's when my alert would pop up.
Oh, so you're asking because you didn't get it to work?
No, I didn't.
Oh, maybe we can take a look at it. Are we finished looking at this one? We haven't even seen it. Ooh, look at this JavaScript. All right, I kind of want to see. Oh, it's
So yeah, it's hard to read. Sorry.
no, it's fine. It's dark mode. All right.
Yeah, enter doesn't.
Enter doesn't work.
You gotta use the.
Too high.
It gets significantly less fun when you win.
It's less fun.
It's like super lame.
Oh. Oh my gosh. It's one. Okay. Oh, that's nice. I like it.
Yeah, it was supposed to be more lines, but it depends on. It
It's just text.
All right. And it was done with get element by ID. You have append child with LIs. Everyone did the LIs, and maybe it was stubbed out in the file. Let's see. Okay. I like your edge case there.
Yeah, because you would automatically win because I had a
You win.
I typed in the word but he's like, you win. I was like, oh, yes. It's not right.
Did you put a taco or something?
It would automatically
tough.
win if we didn't have that edge case here. Okay. David, did you open a pull request? No.
I'm doing it now.
Okay. You should be opening your pull request whether you finish it or not. You can always update it. You just push your code up and it's updated. And when you open a pull request, your calendar turns green.
There you go.
Gosh, I'm just trying to highlight the text. Okay. All right. Let's see if I can help you in the next 3 minutes with getting the enter key down.
So what I did was I created that click for random button. So I create a random number,
Uh-huh.
stored it in a variable called stored number.
Uh-huh.
And then I was going to try to save the variable, save the user's number once they press the enter key in that input field, but it always kept going back to 0. So anytime I ran the game, it said, you guessed my number.
Okay, so I see that the JavaScript isn't even loaded. So we need to take care of that first. Does that help? Okay. And then let's console log something here. All right. And then I refresh the page. And you wanted the enter key working? I don't see the
Stupid fucking computer. Come on.
what's going on?
Oh, sorry. Mic was still on. No, basically I tried to do the on key press thing, but I just never got it to work. I was just trying to save the user's input to a variable, and it would never, whenever I called the variable back up, it was always 0 because there was nothing in the input field after you press enter.
Oh, because it refreshed the page.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a couple ways to stop the page from refreshing. But for right now, let's work on that pros. What did you do with John last night? The whiteboarding?
Yeah, just
Whiteboarding,
Mm-hmm. All right. So until 10, write out tell me about the time you worked on a team in a paragraph form. And yeah, take a half hour to do that. Yeah, until we'll be back at 10.
Cool.